What's up, fam? It's your boy Demuir here, purveyor of all sounds, underground. Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel today, where I'll be sharing and discussing a technique that I've been messing around with respects to UAD's SSL bus compressor. I call it Cross-Eyes, or I think it's called Cross-Eyes, and I can't remember where I stumbled upon this, but I've been messing with it and getting some good results. But before we jump into things, what I need from you is that SLC. Hit subscribe, like, comment, and more importantly, hit the notifications bell to stay in touch with the new videos that we have up and coming. Okay, so let me show you my screen here. We got the fantastic UAD simulation of the SSL compressor, legacy compressor. This thing is so dope. Man, if I had one and actually owned one, oh, Lord knows what I would do. But the technique I want to show you really involves how we can get around that whole pumping sidechain sound that, you know, we're all so used to hearing in electronic music. And some genres do it more aggressively than others. I much prefer a more dynamic and organic sounding sort of compression where it's actually musical as well. So I'm going to play you this and then demonstrate the cross-eyed technique, which is what I believe gives me the ability to have transparency when it comes to just how much pumping is happening without losing, you know, the depth in the kick, you know, and the bass. So I think you'll find it interesting. You can probably apply it to a bunch of other things. So when I refer to the cross-eye technique, I'm really talking about the attack and release here. So this is on my master bus. This is a typical sort of setting I would have. It's called finishing touch, but I modify it slightly depending on what's going on in the song. So I'm going to follow along with you using my headphones. I highly recommend, if you're in the studio, listen to this on monitors or high quality headphones so you'll know what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is my typical setting. This is a track called I Got a Gig. It's unreleased, only available on my Patreon, but I'm going to be emphasizing more of the drums here, but I'll play the loop as well. And I'm going to take the main loop out because you can really hear it when I demonstrate the technique on the beats. I left the bass line out, it's here. So we can come back to that later. Alright, so you're hearing that sounds relatively cool, but let's engage the cross-eye technique. So this is, you know, full hard pan right on the attack at 30 milliseconds, release at 1. My threshold, it's about the same. I'm just going to pull it down a little for demonstrative purposes. And what I want you to pay attention to is the ratio. So let's listen to it now at a ratio with these settings cross-eyed at a ratio of 2 to 1. So you do see some pumping here. So let's move that. And pay attention to the kick. Should hear a bit more depth in the kick, and there's not as much pumping going on. It still sounds pretty good, even with the main loop. Let's push it one more. So this is an ideal setting for me with this ratio, because I'm getting more depth with the kick. I would probably settle in between a 4 to 1 or a 10 to 1. But I like the punch and the kick in the lower mids with this setting, and it doesn't sound like it's vacuuming every time the kick hits. So let's do that comparison again. 2 to 1. Got me a kid. Let's go 4-1 now. And finally 10-1. Let's add the bass in. So in that last run, the 10-1 actually sounded a little jarring with the kick, and I would probably adjust the kick slightly. Well, let's do it with the full loop in. So let's start at 2-1 again with the piano and bass line in and see what happens. 4-1 now. 10-1. I don't know. I like it. I love this technique because, again, I'm avoiding that pumping nature and I'm not sacrificing the bass at the same time. If anything, I'm getting more clarity on the transients involving the bass. So anyways, experiment with this one. I got this on my master bus right now, but I can definitely see me using this more on a drum bus on a go forward, just because of the transparency of it. And the SSL, it's such a dope compressor. You know, everyone calls it the glue, which it is. It just brings things together and balances it out and offers that punch at the same time. So check it out. Cross-eyed technique. It's pretty dope. I think it's dope, at least. Much love and respect to you. Peace.